Black Knight fans, the future for Robbinsville Black Knight football looks good. We have 3 Cracker Bowl champions to present to you this evening. Cracker Bowl champion termites, knights, and midgets, cheerleaders, and football players. Introducing the termite cheerleaders and football players. Cheerleaders, Lucy Walker, Jerry McIntyre, Nyla Colvin, Willow Pollard, Lindley Eller, Taylor Emmons, Henry Barton, Helena Jenkins, Naomi Ray, Eric Orr, Nyla Draper, Deanna Lake Butler, Jasmine Martinez, Addison Stevenson, Elena McLucas, Temperance Hyde, Willow Gill, Ivy Grant, Hollis Ford, Kinley Caps, Skyden Phillips, Rosie Hernandez, Casey Garland, Allie Nichols, Sydney Sims, and Lily Phillips. Introducing the Robbinsville Black Knight Termites. Cracker Bowl champions over the Franklin Panthers 6-0. Number 2, Baylor Nichols. Number 3, Brett Stewart. Number 4, AJ Farr. 6, Jax Mullinax. 8, Gentry Sellers. 10, Creed Jones. Number 11, Canyon Gross. 12, Luke Adams. 13, Tagon Pilkington. Number 15, Cole Krizan. 16, Kyson Carpenter. 18, Madden Evans. 20, Jake Haney. 21, Parker Carpenter. 22, Henry Turner. 23, Dalen Anderson. 25, Lawton Gibby. 33, Mason Hyde. 34, Emmett Hamilton. Number 42, Zayden Garland. 44, Carson Chance. 45, Camden Chance. 48, Levi Millsaps. 51, Channing Oliver. 54, Bill Birchfield. 61, Tyler Hamilton. 69, Jalen Panther. 72, Diego Contreras. Number 98, Turner Birchfield. Number 99, Elijah Allison. Coaches for the Black Knight Termites, Jonathan Allison, Bubba, Clinton Jones, Robert Millsaps, Matthew Nichols, team mom Savannah Adams, the Robbinsville Black Knight Termite cheerleaders, and football team Cracker Bowl champions. Introducing the Cracker Bowl champion mites for the Robbinsville Black Knights, the cheerleaders, Ivy Colvin, Ava Farley, Kennedy Odom, Vanessa Ray, Lakeland Drake, Cadence George, Emily Grindstaff, Nevaeh Rogers, Dixie Hutchison, Leah Hyde, Destiny Garland, Ava McLucas, Cody Sellers, Edie Millsaps, Lexi Clark, Annabelle Bass, Emily Jones, Bella Ford, Isabella Carver, Bentley Lambert, and Campbell Stevens. And now the Robbinsville Black Knight Mike Cracker Bowl champions over Swain County by the score of 8-6. Number 1, Draylon Hill. Number 2, Alicia Garcia. 5, Channing Jones Mull. 6, Colin Phillips. 8, Austin Lamont. Number 9, Makai Dominguez. Number 10, Camden Driver. 11, Connor Hyde. 12, Braden Anderson. 18, Abel Britton. Number 20, Walker Lane. 21, Caden Carnegie. 22, Connor Hyde. 24, Truett Birchfield. 25, Tyler Holder. 28, Cannon Menard. Number 30, Connor Stevenson. 33, Creed Williams. 34, Braxton Jenkins. 35, Braden Rogers. 50, Landon Silvers. Number 55, Danner Garland. Number 61, Weston Hamilton. Number 77, Keelan Trimble. And 00, Xavier Kopswachacha. Coaches, Andy Blevins, Christian Silvers, Chris Rogers, Cage Williams, Ricky Phillips, and Nathan Mull. Team mom, Chesed Williams, the Robbinsville Black Knight champion mites. Introducing now the Robbinsville Black Knight Midget Cracker Bowl champions, cheerleaders, Chloe Orr, Nora Thomas, Bristol Nichols, Nicole Cameron, Ariana Hernandez, Haley McLucas, Alicia McLucas, Shayla Dominguez, Brooklyn Moore, Kyla Garland, Haley Branham, Hazley Driver, Letitia Orr, and Hannah Smith. And now the Robbinsville Black Knight Midget football team, winners of the Cracker Bowl over Smoky Mountain 12-6. Number 1, Aiden Conley. Number 2, Timothy Grant. Number 3, Samuel Wachacha. Number 4, Cameron Allison. 5, Brody Jones. Number 6, Braden Lane. Number 7, Landon Pollard. Number 8, Storm Orr. 9, Braylon Phillips. 10, Avery Farley. Number 11, Mason Silvers. Number 12, Devin Birchfield. 13, Ethan Chickalilly. 15, Braden Farley. 16, Peyton Weaver. 17, Raiden Garrison. Number 18, Caleb Ford. 19, John Adams. 21, Micah York. 22, Cameron Woods. 23, Elijah Lambert. Number 24, Benton Gibby. 25, Braylon Blevins. 28, Liam Cody. Number 30, David Anderson. 31, Jason Solis. Number 32, David Guzman. 33, Kenai Wolf. 34, Jace Garrison. 35, Chandler Eddings. 41, Christian Kohler. 44, Brayton Millsaps. 45, Benjamin Kohler. Number 55, Elijah Kirkland. 56, Bella Eddings. 64, Zariah Cox Watacha. Number 72, Austin Angelo. Number 77, Landon Eddings. Number 99, Ethan Jordan. 00, Buck Beasley. Coaches for the Robbinsville Black Knight Midgets, Elijah Watacha, J.R. Nunez, Josiah Phillips, Dustin Smoker, Aaron Gross, Adam Watacha, and Hayes Reed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Robbinsville Black Knight Termites, Mites, and Midget Cracker Bowl champions and cheerleaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field our 2022 Robbinsville Black Knight Marching Band. If you would, please, all across the stadium, please stand. Please remove all head covering and let's bow our heads for a moment of silence led by Robbinsville High School sophomore Olivia Lewis. Please remain standing as the Marching Black Knights play the national anthem.
Let us pray. Dear Lord, thank you for the opportunity for both teams to be here tonight. Thank you for the successful season up to this point. Please help every player, coach, official, and fan carry themselves in such a way that pleases you. Help them to rely on your power, not their own abilities. Thank you, Lord, for sacrificing your life so that we have the opportunity of salvation. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Please welcome to the field our 2022 Black Knight cheerleaders.
Fans, don't adjust your sets. It is the second time we're playing football in a week here in Robbinsville. Second time in 6 days, as a matter of fact. It is a Thursday night special for all of you great fans here on GramstarSports.com. Kevin Hensley and the one and only Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast as we bring you the second round of the 1A state playoffs, brought to you by our friends in Raleigh at the North Carolina High School Athletic Association, of course. And fans, coming at you tonight is a rematch from earlier this season with two Smoky Mountain Conference teams clashing in the playoffs. You've got Robbinsville on one side and our friends from Cherokee on the other. Captains tonight for Robbinsville are Donovan Carpenter, number 11, Cutler Adams, number 4, and Carlos Lopez, number 54. The Braves are bringing a whopping 12, 34, 43, and 60 out onto the field. 6 walked out. 4 will go to the coin toss. Left to right, that is So Smith, number 12. Number 34 is Mattel Grant. Number 43 is Luke Climbing Bear. And number 50, I believe that says 50. 60, excuse me, that's Luke Smith, I beg your pardon. Fans, we are very privileged to have you with us one more time for playoff football here under the Big Oaks. This is Modill Walsh Memorial Stadium, and the game you're going to watch tonight will be taking place on Bob Colvin Field. A lot of folks still jumping in here at the last minute to purchase tonight's telecast. We appreciate your business. Looks like the homestanding Knights have won the coin toss, and they will receive. So Robbinsville wasted no time. We'll talk more about the first clash between these two programs this season as the evening wanes on. Knights jog back to behind the banner, and we're just about set for the run out. The Knights have rattled off 3 conference championships in a row until this season. They finished 3rd in the rankings, but they are the 8th seed in the playoffs. Cherokee, the 25. Talk about how both teams got here in just a moment.
Let's welcome to the field your Robbinsville Black Knights.
And the Knights make their way out. Great crowd on hand for a Thursday night matchup. As we mentioned, we're a day early on tonight's game. Normally football, of course, a Friday affair, no matter where you're at in the country, really. But tonight, fans, we moved the game up one day because we are expecting some heavy rainfall, and we've already gotten a little bit here tonight at Robbinsville. So if you chose to stay in, that's what we're here for. We appreciate you being with us on the Gramstar Sports Network. The Black Knights will be receiving, and it looks like going back for Robbinsville will be Cutler Adams, number 4, Brock Adams, number 2, and Zeke Silvers, number 1. Jogging out on the field to kick off is number 34. That is Mattel Grant for the Cherokee Braves. Robbinsville 8-3 overall this season. The Cherokee Braves are 3-8 and are still in the second round of the postseason. That just shows how tough Smoky Mountain Conference competition can be. And Mr. Grant's got it teed up, and we are set to go. Here in Graham County, it's a little pooch kick, and ball is loose, but not for long. Robbinsville protects it well. That is Turner Jackson. And number 8, Caden Lell making double sure. The ball goes nowhere. Robbinsville will begin things 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Appreciate all of you fans tuning in. Whether you're a Black Knight or a Brave, you are most welcome here on our telecast. So the Knights are at the 35 as we begin tonight's second round playoff matchup There's Bryce Adams taking the snap. Cutler Adams on the left side, trying to find some room. Stiff arms Grant. He's up the Cherokee sideline, pushed out at the 50-yard line. We'll see where the officials spotted. They're going to say he stepped out at the 47. That is a 12-yard advance for Mr. Adams. First and 10, Robbinsville. One play, one fresh set of downs. Another handoff to Cutler Adams. That time it goes awry. Number 72 and Adam Panther and Luke Climbing Bear were the two Braves, making sure that Mr. Adams right back where he started. Second down and 10. As we mentioned, still a great crowd here for a Thursday night. Cheering the team on. Cage Williams pulled down for a loss. Mattel Grant on the tackle.
Tackle on the play by number 34, Mattel Grant. Loss of the yard on the play.
1 yard lost.
No back to the original line of scrimmage. No loss on the play. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Black Knights.
And the pass complete to Brock Adams. And that is going to actually be enough right after all the shenanigans. They're going to move the chains 11 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Robbinsville on 3rd and 10. As we said, good to have you with us, fans, on the Gramstar Sports Network. This is the second round of the 1A state playoffs here on GramstarSports.com. And Cutler Adams on the advance, pushes straight ahead. Finally runs into Xavier Otter, number 35. Pickup of 1 for Cutler Adams. Second down and 9.
41-yard line, boys. 41.
Handoff straight up ahead for Cage Williams. No gain. So Adams with 2 carries, or excuse me, Williams, beg your pardon, with 2 carries tonight and nothing doing. Ball at the Cherokee 41, 8:48 to go here in the opening stanza of tonight's game. And that one will be Bryce Adams opting to keep it. But a flag comes out. Probably going to be a block in the back. There's 2 flags within about a yard of each other.
Face mask call goes against the Cherokee Braves.
Face mask against Cherokee will give will give Robbinsville a 1st and 10. Cutler Adams is broke free. He's on the way to the house. Touchdown for the Black Knights. 31 yards for Cutler Adams, and the Knights are on the board. It is 6-0 here in the first quarter. And it looks like they're going to let Cage Williams kick the PAT. Check that. It was a conversion run, I beg your pardon. Bryce Adams on the keeper will get it in. It's 8-0 Robbinsville with 8:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Stay with us, fans, here on the Gramstar Sports Network.
Number 5, Xander Wachacho will kick the ball off for the Black Knights. Back deep to return to the Cherokee Braves. Number 8, Chase Calhoun.
And we are back with you live, fans, from Big Oak Stadium. It's 8-0 Robbinsville. 8:10 to go here in the first quarter. Cutler Adams with a 31-yard touchdown run to get the Knights on the board. Bryce Adams with the 2-point conversion keeps it going.
Number 8, Chase Calhoun.
And Chase Calhoun on the return. His feet finally left up and tapped by Brock Adams. Trips him up, as a matter of fact.
On the tackle for the Black Knights. And the Black Knight defense comes onto the field at the Cherokee Braves 48-yard line. 1st and 10 against the Black Knight defense.
And it runs straight ahead by Calhoun.
Number 8, Chase Calhoun on the carry for the Cherokee Braves. No gain on the play. Brings him 2nd and 10 against the Black Knight defense.
No gain. Good work by Robbinsville to stun him at the line.
Senior for the Black Knights. Number 72, Titan T. Sadisky leading the tackle for the Black Knights. Handoff around the right side. Number 8, Chase Calhoun on the carry for the
Calhoun again
Braves.
on the carry.
Number 15,
Roman Jones will come up off the tackle. Wait and see what the jersey number was. Sorry about that. But that is a gain of about 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6 against the Black Knight defense. It's 3rd down, Black Knight fans. Quarterback number 12, Noah Smith, taken down for a loss on the play. Number 7, senior Turner Jackson. Number 72, Titan T. Sadisky on the quarterback sack for the Black Knights.
And a sack
Brings up 4th
by
down.
Titan T will end things
Against the Black Knight defense.
for Cherokee 3 and out on their first drive.
Number 12, Zoe Smith will punt the ball away for the Cherokee Braves.
And it's going to bounce out of bounds, or close to it. Ends up being out at the 24-yard line.
And the Black Knight offense comes back onto the field. 1st and 10, Black Knight.
1st and 10 for Robbinsville at the 24. So this game trickling right along. 6:01 to go here in the first quarter.
Number 33,
Cage Williams with the carry.
Number 35, Xavier Otter. Number 43, Luke Climbing Bear on the tackle for the Cherokee Braves.
Guys, I apologize.
And 3 brings up
A little
2nd
choked
and
up
7
tonight.
for the
Working
White
through
Knights.
a little bit of a sinus congestion we've had over the last few weeks. Trying to keep from coughing. 2nd down and 7 at the 27, 5:25 and counting to go here in the first quarter. Cutler Adams breaks through again, and he'll streak out to the 48. How about a 21-yard run for Cutler Adams? That'll more than move the chains for a first down.
Number 14, Jonathan Saylor. Number 16, Luke Smith on the tackle for the Braves. 1st and 10, Black Knights.
Hand off to Cage Williams, straight ahead.
Number 33, Cage Williams on the carry for the White Knights. Picks up 1 yard on the play.
Got a yard.
Taking down on the play with number 35, Xavier Otter. Number 52, Zach Maney. Brings up 2nd and 9 for the White Knights.
Second down and 9. Pitch goes from Bryce Adams to Cutler Adams.
Right side to number 4, Cutler Adams. Takes the ball into Cherokee Brave territory. Taken out of bounds by number 34, Matteo Grant. Black Knights move the ball down to the Cherokee Brave 44-yard line.
So that is a pickup of 8 after all is said and done. And that will make it 3rd and 1. No, they're going to go ahead and move the chains. Excuse me. 1st and 10 for Robbinsville. We're getting flooded with messages, guys, and we apologize if you had trouble getting the link. It has been sent out over and over tonight here on GrabStarSports.com. We do advise you to check your spam folder in the future and your direct messages here on the site. And that's how we're going to do things moving forward.
Cherokee Brave 40-yard line brings up 2nd down and 7.
So 2nd and 7. Adams goes around the right side.
Adams off the right side for the White Knights. Takes the ball down inside the 35-yard line. Going to be marked about the 34 of the Cherokee Braves. Number 34, Matteo Grant. Number 43, Luke Climbing Bear on the tackle for the Cherokee Braves.
We'll get you some score updates in just a minute from around the conference, of course, fans. Everybody's playing tonight. If you're a Smoky Mountain Conference fan, the conference went 6 for 6 last week in the first round of the playoffs, including the Cherokee Braves, of course. We're playing them here tonight, who had the only road game. They traveled all the way to Starmount and upset the number 9 seeded Rams in a 28-21 final.
Williams on the carry for the White Knights.
Williams on the carry.
Number 51, Jason Raines. Number 52, Zach Maney on the tackle for the Cherokee Braves. 1st and 10, Black Knights.
And that moves the chains again.
Down the Cherokee Brave 32-yard line.
Robbinsville just doing as they please on the ground here in the early going tonight. Pass complete to Zeke Silvers. He's pulled out of bounds. Nice reception. And that's an advance of 12 more yards. And another Robbinsville first down. Knights are chugging right along. That's 6 first downs here at the moment for Robbinsville. And Adams straight ahead.
Tackle on the play to number 60, Luke Smith, number 61, Kenson
Luke Smith and Kenson Davis.
Gain of about a yard on the play brings up 2nd and 9 for the Black Knights. Murphy leads East Wilkes. Murphy 24, East Wilkes 21. Andrews leads Mountain Island Charter. Andrews 7, Mountain Island Charter 0.
After the 1 yard gain for Mr. Adams.
Number 33, Cage Williams.
That is Cage Williams straight ahead.
Tackle on the play to number 52, Zach Maney. Gain of a couple on the play brings up 3rd and 7 for the Black Knights. It's 3rd down, Black Knight fans.
And a 2 yard gain, 3rd and 7 for Robbinsville at the Cherokee 18. Braves are slightly relenting at the moment. Of course, trying to prevent another touchdown. Robbinsville up 8-0 here in the first quarter with 1 minute, I beg your pardon, and counting to go. Pass complete. And that's Brock Adams on the reception. 18-yard touchdown pass. Adams really getting comfortable in the backfield since being called on after Donovan Carpenter went down with a broken collarbone against Cherokee earlier this season. And it is 14-0, and I believe Cage Williams is going to head out for the PAT, which I thought they were doing earlier, so my mistake. Williams is lined up. Kick is blocked on the ground, and that will not get the job done, but it's 14-0. Robbinsville 2 scores up on the Cherokee Braves here in the first quarter of the second round of the 1A state playoffs.
To return for the Cherokee Braves, number 8, Chase Calhoun.
Chase Calhoun is back deep to receive as Ender Wachacha's kickoff as we resume action. 14-0 Robbinsville with 54 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Knights hosted the Braves in the home conference opener earlier this season. That was on October the 7th. It was a 30-13 victory for Robbinsville, but it took 2.5 quarters for anybody to score. The Knights were held at bay for a long time, had to really readjust, as in the first quarter, Donovan Carpenter, the quarterback, suffered a collarbone injury, ended up breaking it, as a matter of fact, on a hard tackle, and that was the end of his season. So Bryce Adams, who's now running the offense for the Knights, had to step in as a sophomore in the middle of a conference matchup. It took a while to get adjusted, and the Knights ended up scoring 30 points in the final 15 minutes of the game.
66, senior Hayden Key.
Hayden Key on the tackle.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 against the Black Knight defense.
3-yard gain for Trantham brings up 2nd down and 7. So after that, on the 3-yard gain, that's going to be the end of the quarter. Chase Calhoun ekes up to the 30-yard line, so a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring it into the first quarter. Fans will be right back on the Ramstar Sports Network. It is 14-0 as we bring you the second round of the state playoffs. All right, fans, welcome back to Robbinsville. It's 14-0 Black Knights. As we begin things in the second stanza, Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast of Robbinsville Varsity Football. Pass will be complete. No, it's actually dropped at the last second. Holy cow. Jonathan Saylor tried his best to reel that one in.
Updated score: East Randolph 14, Mountain Heritage 12.
So the incomplete pass is how we begin the second quarter. 4th down and 5. Will send the Cherokee punt team back out onto the field. The Braves have had nothing so far. 2 3-and-outs. And it's a bad snap over his head. Inside the 5. He'll finally get it off the best he can. Spirited effort, but it's batted down at the 21-yard line. All said and done, about a 16-yard punt, and that is excellent field position.
Big break. We didn't rush at all. We did not. No, we didn't try to catch that pass and run. Or kick off the punt. We might have got that down there about the 3. We could have, yeah. They kind of stopped, didn't they? That was real smart. We got to get there and do something. Birthdays?
Pitch goes off the right side, number 4, Cutler Adams.
And Adams will take the pitch around the right side. Pickup of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd and 9 for the Black Knights.
Appreciate all of you great fans tuning in with us once again here on GramStarSports.com. We are Robbinsville's exclusive home for streaming all season long and beyond. Bringing you at least 5 sports. Well, we're going to have 6. That may have changed. And run straight ahead by Adams. And Maney on the tackle. So it seems that the Braves are starting to shut down the run game a little bit of the Knights. We're time for another aerial attack here in just a moment. We'll see how that plays out. Third down and 8 with 10:27 and counting to go. Bryce Adams rolls out to the left, pass high, and still reeled in by Brock Adams.
Reception for the White Knights. Steps out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Could be marked about the 9 of the Cherokee Braves.
How about that? Brock Adams leaps to the skies to pull that one down. And that brings up 1st and goal to go for Robbinsville. 11-yard completions, all that was needed to move the chains. Pitch to Cutler Adams. He's got some real estate. Touchdown, Black Knights. Adams with his 2nd rushing score of the evening. It comes with 9:57 to go in the first half. That makes it 20-0, Black Knights.
And the Black Knights line up for the 2-point conversion.
So it looks like the Knights are going to try to go for a 2 again. See how it all shakes out, but Robbinsville is running away with this one here in the second round of the playoffs. But Zeke Silver's flag may prevent anything from happening. We'll see what the call was. It was a hold against Robbinsville, so that negates it. Penalty declined, and the score will hold at 20-0 Black Knights. Back in just a moment on the Gramstar Sports Network. And 9:59 to go here in the first half. Xander Wachacha with a left-handed boot to get us going again. Man, what a shot! Holy cow! That helmet shot echoed up here in the press box, for Pete's sake. Hope that Mr. Trantham is A-OK after that lick. Judge Schuler and Rylan Waldrop making a big splash there. And the ball will get set at the Cherokee 36-yard line. Things starting to settle down a little bit here in the press box. A lot of moving parts in the opening quarter of tonight's telecast. 20-0 your score. And we're privileged to bring you Robbinsville football. We'll be with them all the way to the state championship. Xavier Otter reels in a reception.
Number 1, Zeke Silvers. Number 6, Bryce Adams on the tackle for the Black
And they're
Knights.
going to give them, looks like, about 8 yards on the reception.
Defense pushed out to the Cherokee
Second down and 2.
Second and 2 against the Black Knight defense.
A little refresh here on our friends at Max Preps. Looks like we've got a 14-0 Andrews score over Mountain Island Charter in the second quarter. Thomasville leading Swain County 6-0. And we've got some other scores, I believe, but they're not on Max Preps. We'll get those to you in just a moment.
Chase Calhoun for the Cherokee Braves.
Calhoun straight ahead gets all he needs to move it forward to the 48. Pickup of 8 for number 8. And it is, believe it or not, fans, the first down of the ball game for Cherokee. Robbinsville forced them to 2 3-and-outs on their only possessions so far. And an official timeout on the field.
Timeout for who?
It's like Calhoun's limping a little bit. Cherokee, it's an official timeout as Calhoun just needed a moment to gingerly walk off the field.
Official timeout on the field.
8:53 to go here in the half. Hope you're enjoying tonight's telecast, fans. We stream volleyball, football, basketball, baseball, and softball for the Black Knights. So if you're going to watch any of those in the future, this is your place to go. We're doing it all season long and beyond. And Brandon Santiago on the carry. Looks like a pickup of 6. Second down and 4. While we have a moment, we want to also thank our season-long sponsors. It's our friends at Blevins Insurance, located off Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. Also want to thank Levin Contracting and Coy Adams Timber Company for helping make all of these telecasts possible this season. Direct snap to the quarterback. Smith will head out to the left and has got a first down and then some. Finally chopped down low by Brock Adams in the secondary. But that's a big sprint for So Smith all the way out to the 28-yard line. Pickup of 14 is enough for another Cherokee first down. So that was So Smith on the pass and comes up short. Makes it 2nd and 10. Second and 10 from the 28. Carry around the left side. Santiago with another attempt. Not as much this time. I believe that was Mr. Roman Jones on the tackle for Robbinsville. A scant pickup. 1 yard. Third down and 9 to go. And the pass is complete. I lost the jersey number. That was Santiago, it looks like, on the reception. Excuse me, 23, I beg your pardon. Josiah Teske. Bryce Adams stops him all the way out to the 12, though. 16 yards and another first down as Cherokee really making his first threat of the ball game here in the midway point of the second quarter.
Quarterback number 12,
and it was like So Smith on the keeper.
Braves up the middle, takes the ball down around the 4-yard line of the Robbinsville White Knights. Tackle on the play with number 4, Cutler Adams, number 6, Bryce Adams. Black Knights push back to their own 4-yard line, brings up 2nd and 2 against the Black Knight defense.
An 8-yard pickup on the quarterback keeper, and they're knocking on the door now, fans. Second and goal at the 4. And that was Santiago on the carry.
Number 22, Brandon Santiago for the Cherokee Braves.
That's off a little short. I thought they were going to spot it. That'd probably be enough for a first down, but he didn't get in the end zone. Looks like they're at the 2 3/4 yard line, and it looks like we have an injured Black Knight on the field, so we'll pan away from that as they check on the injured player back in just a moment.
Goal against the White Knight defense.
Hayesville 7-7 against Christ the King.
So Hayesville and Christ the King are tied 7-7. The other score is still holding. Thomasville over Swain 6-0. Andrews over Mountain Island Charter 14-0. And Murphy is defeating East Wilkes at halftime. And first here, though, a big push up ahead. Touchdown for Cherokee. And coming off the dog pile at the bottom of it anyway. I believe that was the quarterback, So Smith. We're going to credit him with it. And that's going to be a 2-yard touchdown run for So Smith with 5:14 left to go. That makes it 26, so the Braves have dented the scoreboard. And they will get the ball back to begin the second half. Looks like that's Mr. Grant, I beg your pardon. That kick is blocked too. Boy, the special teams front lines are doing some damage tonight. PAT blocked here, PAT blocked there. 20-6. White Knights back in just a moment on the Gramstar Sports Network.
for the Cherokee Braves.
Tal Grant will kick it off as we're back with you live from Graham County, North Carolina. And Quinn Jumper reels in the super short kickoff return. And it looks like the Robbinsville Black Knights will begin their next possession at the 38-yard line. Coming up at halftime, fans, we'll have the Black Knights Marching Band playing for you right here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Started tonight's stream a little bit early. We hope you're able to join us at the beginning of tonight's video as we recognized our termite, mite, and midget Cracker Bowl champions. Those championships, of course, clinched just a couple of weeks ago at Smoky Mountain High School.
Hayesville 7, Christ the King 7.
Cutler Adams cuts inside, pardon the pun, across the 40. Tackle by number 56, that's Kenton Hill. Pickup of 2. Second down and 8. We are, of course, keeping an eye on the Eastern Randolph and Mountain Heritage game. Mountain Heritage is actually ahead at the moment by 2. And a victory will actually bring Mountain Heritage to Robbinsville. So we could have another home playoff game. Eastern Randolph has the 1 seed. So we would have to go all the way out to the reaches of Randolph County if that score turns around. 2-yard pickup again for the Knights. Third and 6. And there's Bryce Adams.
The keeper for the White Knights takes the ball out of bounds at the 50-yard line. First and 10, Black Knights.
And that's enough for another Knights first down on the scamper by the quarterback. 8 yards is all he needed. And he moved the chains. It's a good word. First and 10 at the midfield mark. We're at the 50. There's Cage Williams bouncing off of defenders. Finally gathers his bearings and gets about 3 yards. Brings up second down and 7.
Brings up second and 7 for the White Knights. The White Knights move the ball into Cherokee Brave territory at the 47 of the Cherokee Braves. 3:25 and counting in the first half.
Here's Cutler Adams back behind the 50. Now a hard cut to the right. And he'll get some positive yardage after all that effort. Good work. Cutler Adams turned on the Jets right there. My goodness. Now that was a scamper, just for the record. With a capital S. That is a capital M. Thank you very much. He is the scamperer. It's going to be third and short after that spirited effort. Pickup of 6 for Cutler Adams. Third and short. Knights are looking to convert with 2:56 to go in the second quarter. Here's the handoff to Cage Williams straight ahead, and he's going to get stopped. Could not get any advancement. The Braves just penetrated the line at will and took down Williams in the backfield. That might actually, no, they're going to just give him at the same line of scrimmage. How about 4th and 1? So here's a nail biter for you fans. Robbinsville up by 14 with 2.5 left here in the first half. This one turning out to be a lot more competitive
Number 33, Cage Williams.
than the first outing. Williams went ahead, but I don't know if he got it.
Close to the 40-yard line.
We'll see where they officially spotted up around the 40 and 1/4 yard line.
Official timeout on the
And at a
field.
moment like this, that is a good call. You want to make sure they measure that one to the
Number
nth.
61, Kenson Davis. Number 72, Adam Panther for the Cherokee Braves.
I don't think that's going to be enough. And it's not going to be. No, they're going to give it to us. Holy cow, I deeply apologize. That did not look good from our angle.
Shadow of the ball.
And the ball must have grew a millimeter just in the nick of time. 1st and 10 for Robbinsville as the Black Knight fans breathe a sigh of relief. That's about as close a conversion as you can get in football. Ball is now at the 40 and 1/8 yard line as it's 1st and 10 with 2:05 to go in the first half. Williams in the backfield. Adams will take the handoff, but immediately a flag. It will be an encroachment on Cherokee, so a 5-yard penalty will back him up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 5 now for Robbinsville. $1:52 to go. Robbinsville wants to strike once more before halftime. Take a 3-score lead into the locker room. Here's Cage Williams straight ahead.
Cage Williams on the carry for the Black Knights.
He might have picked up about 2.5, maybe 3 there. Luke Climbing Bear and Xavier Otter stop him from getting any further. It was a 3-yard gain. That will bring up a second and 2 at 32. Pitch to Cutler Adams. He's going to work his way back inside. Got to the 30, which is where the marker's at. That should be enough for the first. And another whistle. Looks like Robbinsville has called, believe it or not, fans, the first timeout of the entire half. 1:11 to go. Robbinsville 20, Cherokee 6. Back in just a moment. And there's Bryce Adams on the keeper as we resume action. 1:07 and counting to go. Robbinsville still got 2 timeouts. They want to burn them. Now's the time. 1st and 10 for Robbinsville.
Black Knights move the ball down to the Cherokee Brave 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Black Knights.
And the Knights in the red zone. Here Bryce Adams rolls out for a pass. Ends up keeping it, though, and is hit right around the line of scrimmage by Luke Climbing Bear.
Number 43, Luke Climbing Bear on the tackle.
Another timeout called. No gain. Robbinsville takes its second break here in about a 30-second span. Back in just a moment. So it's 2nd and 10, and a pass will be completed to Brock Adams. There's nobody going to stop him. Finally, inside the 10, they shirk him down. Brock Adams, completely forgetting that it's not quite basketball season yet, breaks about 5 ankles on the field before he's wrapped up and tackled. Kenton Hill on the tackle, and Robbinsville trying to hurry it up after that 10-yard gain. 1st and goal, pass, incomplete. Adams tried to jump into the stratosphere again and could not reel it in. So we're having an exciting wrap-up to this one. That stops the clock with 22 seconds to go here in the first half. Robbinsville, as we said, leading 20-6. 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Come do it, dude.
What'd he say?
2nd and goal from the 8. Adams in trouble, dropped, and that may be a sack. I believe that might have been a loss of 1. Number 65, Noah Long on the tackle, and that is a sack, loss of 1. And Robbinsville is going to burn his final timeout with 14 seconds to go here in the first half. .14 seconds to go, 3rd and goal from the 9. Robbinsville looking to strike once more before halftime. Adams back. He's looking for an open, and that is not good. Ball's loose, and Cherokee recovers it, but I think they're going to say Adams was already down.
Number 6, Bryce Adams, taken down.
And that is Luke Climbing Bear on the 12-yard loss. And they're going to run the clock with 6 seconds to go as it's 4th and goal now from the 21. A 12-yard loss, and Robbinsville will head to the locker room in a sour mood. Robbinsville 20 and Cherokee 6. Well, now hold on just a moment. Maybe we're not going to the locker room. See what's going on here. Officials having a conference on the field. And they may reset the play clock and try it one more time. They're trying to communicate to the box up here. And we'll see what they got when they come out of the coach's box over here in just a moment. If anything.
Dead ball foul.
And the Knights lined up quick.
Dead ball foul, personal foul against the Black Knights.
8 seconds.
So a personal foul against Robbinsville? Maybe on a sideline discretion there. I'm not sure what happened. But that'll back up Robbinsville all the way to the 36-yard line. And don't adjust your sets, fans. It is 4th and goal from the 36-yard line. And they got to reset the play, and they do have the clock set. And now, believe it or not, Cherokee is taking a timeout because why not? Back in just a moment, fans. Fans, we apologize. Cherokee just took their first time out. Back with you from Robbinsville. Eastern Randolph leads Mountain Heritage 14-12. I misspoke earlier. And as the Graham Star editor, I am quick to have to correct myself just about on a daily basis. 4th and goal from way back in the regions of the field at the 41 now. And a long heave. Adams will catch the ball, but he's going to get wrapped up and steps out of bounds. And they may have to reset the play clock again because he stepped out of bounds before the buzzer.
It was 4th down.
And it was 4th down. That's a good point by John Schuler. It was 4th down, win, lose, or draw. It was going to be a turnover for Cherokee. But even so, Cherokee should at least get a snap here if they want to reset the clock to 2 seconds. It would be Cherokee possession because that would be a turnover. A lot of confusion here in the final 8 seconds of the first half.
1 second on the play clock.
1 second.
And we're still not sure what's going on. We've got a coach on the field for Cherokee it should be Cherokee on offense. And I believe it is. So it is a turnover on downs. That was a spirited pass. 24-yard completion. But that was not enough after that significant loss on the sack and the personal foul. And Cherokee's got it back at the 12 with just 2 seconds to go. They'll get one snap, and they're just going to simply take a knee. And in this extremely complicated final couple of seconds here in the first half, Robbinsville will jog to the locker room after the final drive of the half went awry in a hurry. Robbinsville 20, Cherokee 6. We will be back in just a moment, fans, with the Black Knight Marching Band here on the Graham Star Sports Network.
And drum major and first place color guard. The most prestigious award of the day, A.C. Reynolds for the band, was the Rocket Award, which is presented to the band of the day, showing the most spirit, enthusiasm, professionalism, and exemplary character. Our Robbinsville Black Knight Marching Band received this above all the bands of the day, 1A through 5A bands. The band is now going to get set to perform their 2022 competition field show Valhalla by Luke McMillan, including selections from Ride of the Valkyries, Richard Faulkner, as well as In the Hall of the Mountain King by Edward Grieg.
Because I see all the messages right here, and I'm just waiting for Kim to see them.
Drum Major Aiden Holder, is your band ready to enter the field for competition? Thank you and best of luck. You may now enter the field for competition.
They beat it tonight. They was like 18.
Varsity driving inside the Eastwood 20 in the fourth quarter.
it's 4.
Yeah, it's 4-4.
Yeah.
Yes, but they're inside.
They're on the 5-yard line right now.
God be blessed. I didn't know it was coming through. Oh, God.
Clock stopped again. I don't know what's going on with the dang clock. Touchdown, Murphy. Yeah. 9 minutes and 18 seconds in the game, though.
The band has improved a lot.
Murphy benched her PAT. They lead 30-28.
I knew that was going to be a tough win for them. Ace Wilkes is good. They were like second in their division. They're pretty decent team. I knew Murphy left it. Bring it right.
Yes, you did.
Basketball. I mean, not really, no. Now there's Gilbert High School around it.
Have they added more to it, or is it always the same?
Fans, welcome back to Robbinsville for the second half of tonight's second round playoff matchup here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Robbinsville up 20-6 over divisional foe, the Cherokee Braves. Kevin Hensley and the one, the only, the pristine Montana Buchanan hanging out to my right, making sure to bring all the action into your living rooms via smart television, tablet, cell phone. If you got bunny ears and an antenna, you're probably not going to get this one, folks. You got to make sure you update your technology. And it looks like Robbinsville set to kick off to begin the second half. That's our friend Xander Wachacha. Going to kick lefty as always to fire the opening salvo here in the second half. And it's a short one, going to trickle around the 40. Ball's loose, and Silvers rolls on top of it, but it may be out of bounds. Officials arguing over it. Cherokee football is the call, and that draws the very loud displeasure of some of the Robbinsville faithful right here below us. And that is how the second half of tonight's game begins. Eastern Randolph now leads Mountain Heritage 21-12, so if Robbinsville picks up the W here as the 8th seed, they will go to Eastern Randolph, the 1 seed, next week for the third round, and we will work to get broadcasting rights for that as soon as the scores are finalized. Murphy is trailing East Wilkes at the moment. That's turning into a shootout down in Cherokee County. The winner of that game will play the winner of Andrews and Mountain Island Charter, so it could be Andrews-Murphy in round 3, and that game would take place at the Wildcat Stadium, Hugh Hamilton Stadium, of course, in Andrews. Meanwhile, here in Robbinsville, a conglomerate of defenders wrapping up the Cherokee runner. That was number 5, Caden Trantham. Carlos Lopez was the leading tackler. I believe all 11 might have got in on the hit before it was all said and done. Pickup of 8 brings up second down and 2 for the Cherokee Braves, who, hey, it's still a slim game, fans. Robbinsville beat Cherokee here on its home turf October 7th, 30-13. And here tonight it's a 2-score game in the second round of the state playoffs. Cherokee much improved from the first time we saw him as well. And nobody able to stop Smith. My gosh, he was dragging a defender. Finally got him stopped. But lengthy advance. Austin Chris finally with the stoppage all the way out to the 41. That turned into a 16-yard gain for the Cherokee quarterback. 1st and 10 with 10:53 to go. Cherokee not fooling around, coming out swinging to begin the second half tonight. Otter with the reception.
Tackle on the play with number 4, Cutler Adams.
And Cutler Adams and Bryce Adams tag teaming the effort to bring him down. Gain of 2 after all is said and done. And it is now second down and 8. And the handoff goes to Brandon Santiago, still on his feet.
Number 22, Brandon Santiago for the Cherokee Braves. Tackle on the play with number 2, senior Brock Adams for the Black Knights.
Ball now at the Robbinsville 29, a pickup of 10, and that's enough to move the chains for a first down again for the Braves.
1st and 10 against the Black Knight defense.
9:43 to go here in the third quarter. Good to have you with us here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Handoff to number 22, Santiago with the run again. Hard earned 4 yards for Mr. Santiago. Brings up second down and 6. 9:22 left here in the third quarter.
Brings up second and 5 against the Black Knight defense.
Pass from Smith complete to number 23. That is Josiah Teske. They jarred the ball loose, and the Knights have got it.
Black Knights come away with a loose ball.
Cutler Adams with the fumble recovery after the reception.
Number 4, Cutler Adams comes away with a loose ball.
And that will be a turnover on downs. That would have been a first down for Cherokee. But instead,
Number 12, Quinn
Jumper on the pressure. And Adams with the scoop. And Robbinsville back in the driver's seat with 8:56 to go here in the third quarter. Handoff to Cutler Adams. Loose field, wide open. He's off to the races, running up the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out. Holy cow. At the 46-yard line, Adams was going to the airport and ended up getting stopped on the tarmac. A 28-yard gain.
First and 10, Black Knights.
And that's a first down. .46 left to go in the third quarter, and Adams with a super long advance on Robbinsville's first offensive snap of the second half. Adams under the center, Dane Webster. Round the right side goes Cooper Adams. And a short gain. Might have got a quarter or half of a yard. Adams has really emerged as another threat in the backfield for Robbinsville. Robbinsville well known for its rushing attack over the years. Not always a pass-heavy team they bring to the table. And they've got at least two stud runners in the backfield now lined up next to each other. Direct snap to the quarterback, and a flag comes flying in late. The yellow hanky will interrupt the progress, and it looks like it's going to go against Robbinsville as the head official is conferring with the Cherokee coach. It is a hold against the Knights. So Adams didn't get far anyway, and now Robbinsville's got to pay for it even more. Loss of 10 from the spot of the foul backs it all the way up to the Black Knights' 43-yard line. And it is second down and Snydertown at the 43 for Robbinsville. Motion, Adams fakes it out. Bryce Adams keeps it. Nobody's there. He'll just promptly run forward, and nobody really bothered to check on Bryce Adams. And you see the end result. How about that? 26-yard gain for Bryce Adams if it stands, but the laundry on the field might negate it. And it will be against Cherokee, so it may have been a face mask at the end of the play on Bryce Adams. Did look like a high takedown. So 29 yards on a first down. And then the face mask is 15 more just for funsies. Robbinsville all the way back to the Cherokee 17-yard line. Well, that's one way to get some positive yardage. 7:29 to go in the the third quarter. Here is the handoff to Cutler Adams.
Number 4, Cutler Adams on the carry for the Black Knights.
Maybe a yard on the push by Cutler Adams.
Brings up second and 9 for the Black Knights.
One yard gain, second and 9.
Pass complete to number 1, Zeke Silvers.
Zeke Silvers is thrown out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Number 34, Mato Grant. Number 12, So Smith. Take him out of bounds. First and goal.
But plenty for a first down. All the way down to the 3. 14-yard completion, and the Knights are knocking on the door. Here's Cage Williams. He pushes forward, and they push back.
Tackle led by number 35, Xavier Otter.
So Williams still trying to get his footing back. Only a second game this season in the backfield. Third overall, he did come back in the season finale at Hayesville, but was only on special teams that night. Had a good effort last week against Cherryville, though, 2 rushing touchdowns. And here tonight, he's finally able to get in. How about that? A 2-yard gain followed by a 1-yard push. And Cage Williams has tacked on Robbinsville's 4th touchdown of the evening, coming at the 6:05 mark here in the third quarter. Knights may go for 2 here with the 20-point score. We'll see what they come up with.
And Black Knights line up for the 2-point conversion.
See what the Knights come up with here. Adams under center. He'll roll out and just take it in himself. And he may get stopped a yard shy. And he does. So the whole score will stand 26-6 with 6:05 to go in the third quarter. Back in just a moment, fans, on the Graham Star Sports Network. Hit it, Montana. Welcome back, fans, to Robbinsville. You just missed Big Oaks coming to life at the announcement that East Wilkes has suddenly stunned Murphy 34-30. That is a final from Cherokee County, so the Bulldogs are out of the playoffs in the second round. Andrews will be taking on East Wilkes next week.
Cherokee Braves.
And the short kickoff.
Number 17,
Cooper Adams and Quinn Jumper on the coverage. Cherokee will start its next drive at the 35. Robbinsville leading 26-6.
Against the Black Knight defense.
And here's the snap.
Quarterback number 12, Zoe Smith on the keeper.
So Smith on the keeper.
Tackle on the blade, number 33, Cage Williams.
And Cage Williams and Quinn Jumper in on the effort to wrestle Mr. Smith to the ground. Like a pickup of 3 for Mr. Smith, brings up 2nd and 7.
Wait a minute. That might not be the right score.
What?
It's the same final. Look at this.
Number 12, Zoe Smith on the keeper on the left side for the Cherokee Braves.
And a big run for Smith again. Zeke Silvers finally wraps him up at the 46. And first down at the 46. Here is So Smith trying to find an open target. Intercepted by Caleb Draper, number 3 for Robbinsville. Big senior coming up with the play of his career. 4:50 to go, and it's Robbinsville football again. The Knights are taking care of business here in the second round of the state playoffs. How about Caleb Draper coming up with the pick? And Robbinsville will reset things now at the Cherokee 33-yard line.
Fourth quarter, Noah. How's it bring it to your score?
So it sounds to me like, fans, we had a premature report from Murphy. East Wilkes is still ahead 34-30, but that game is not over yet. So hang tight with us. So we stand corrected, and we'll keep you apprised. Brock Adams with the reception from his younger brother Bryce. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Robbinsville. 33 yards for Brock Adams. That's his second receiving touchdown of the game. And the Knights are up 32-6 here in the second round of the state playoffs.
Somebody got hurt is what's prolonged the game. Somebody thought he was fine, but it's not. Fourth quarter, 34-30. 7 minutes.
I just wait on that one, Noah.
And looks like it will be
Number 33, Gage Williams with a point after attempt.
the point after.
Fails. Robbinsville extends their lead with 4:38 left in the third quarter. Robbinsville 32, Cherokee 6.
PAT no good. And we'll head to the sidelines for a pause. 32-6 Robbinsville.
Number 60, Luke Smith with the Cherokee Braves on the kick return.
Murphy on the 31-yard line.
Number 7, Turner Jackson. Number 20, Blake Powers on the tackle.
And we are back with you live from Robbinsville, fans. Good to have you with us on the Graham Star Sports Network. Cherokee will begin its next attempt at the 34-yard line. Robbinsville up 32-6.
Quarterback number 12, Joe Smith on the keeper, taken down for a loss on the play. Number 66, senior Hayden Key.
So Smith on the run. Hayden Key, they call him Moo with the tackle.
Loss of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 13 against the White Knight defense.
So the sack will rack him up. And Cherokee jogs back to the line to try again.
Number 5, Caden Trantham on the carry for the Cherokee Braves. Number 6, Bryce Adams. Number 4, Cutler Adams on the tackle for the Black Knights.
First down, Murphy on the 21.
Gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 12 against the Black Knight defense.
1 yard gain. Third and 12. Smith drops back. Heavy pressure. Caleb Draper. I beg your pardon. That's Turner Jackson. My apologies. Turner Jackson with a massive sack. I thought I read 3 on his jersey. My apologies. Big Turner Jackson with a takedown. We'll see him doing takedowns on the wrestling mat very, very soon for Robbinsville. But it is 4th down and Topeka Road now for the Braves. They're going to have to punt. They have no other choice.
Number 12, so Smith will pump the ball away for the Cherokee Braves.
Cherokee's been backed up all the way to the 21-yard line.
Number 2, Senior Rock Adams with a fair catch of the punt for the White Knights. And the White Knight offense comes onto the field at the Cherokee Braves 49-yard line. 1st and 10, White Knights.
So even after the punt, it's still on Cherokee's side of the 50. Murphy has just scored again. As we said, that final score was a little preemptive. And 49-yard lines where we're at here in Robbinsville. Murphy is up with 4:49 to go in Cherokee County. 36-34 is the score for the Bulldogs. And here comes the jog forward by the Robbinsville offense, back out again. Handoff goes to Cooper Adams, I believe. It is Cooper Adams on the carry. Got a yard. Hard-earned one, we'll give him that. 2nd down and 9.
Number 17, Cooper Adams on the carry for the White Knights. 43 and 56. Number 43, Luke Climbing Bear. Number 56, Kenton Hill on the tackle for the Cherokee Braves.
Kenton Hill and Luke Climbing Bear on the tackle. Adams loose.
Number 17, Cooper Adams.
Close to back to the original line of scrimmage, but not quite.
Held up on the play with number 60, Luke Smith on the tackle.
And Luke Smith on the tackle for Cherokee. 3rd down and 10. So he gains a yard and then he loses the yard back. As we mentioned, Robbinsville will play the winner of Eastern Randolph and Mountain Heritage next week. Haven't heard an update in a while from that game, but Eastern Randolph was up 21-12 last time we checked. Adams rolls out to the right side. He's just going to keep it. Nothing doing. Still going and is stopped a couple of yards shy of the chains. So a nice pickup. That's 8 yards for the sophomore quarterback for Robbinsville. The the Robbinsville Knights sophomore quarterback Bryce Adams came in, as we mentioned earlier, this telecast against Cherokee for his first thrust into the spotlight. He got some snaps and some blowouts early in the season, and it's taken him a couple of weeks to get his sea legs under him, as they say. 4th and 1, handoff. Cutler Adams is the guy you want carrying it here, and he's going to carry it to the house. How about a 40-yard touchdown for Cutler Adams? He has completed the hat trick here on GramStarSports.com. 40 yards, and Robbinsville has ran up a 38-6 spread here in the 2nd round of the playoffs. A slim 9 seconds remaining before the end of this quarter. PAT for Cage Williams is going to be low, but it is good. And Robbinsville now leads 39-6. Back in just a moment, fans. You're in the right place for Robbinsville football. GramStarSports.com. Big bad Dalton Wiggins on the kickoff for Robbinsville. How about that quick trip by Tillman Adams, number 24? And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Cherokee will begin things in the fourth at the 29-yard line. Fans will step aside again. The Braves are in a major hole. Robbinsville dominating tonight, 39-6. And we begin the fourth quarter, fans. Welcome back to the most crystal clear telecast you'll find of Robbinsville football around here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Tanner Hedden on the tackle. About a 3-yard gain for Smith. And that brings up 2nd and 7 as Cherokee begins its next drive in a 33-point hole. Brandon Santiago on the carry.
Tackle on the play, number 7, senior Turner Jackson.
Turner Jackson on the tackle.
Black Knight defense pushed back out to the Cherokee Braves 34-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 5 against the Black Knight defense.
2-yard gain.
It's 3rd down, Black Knight fans.
Smith on the keeper. Hedden and Quinn Jumper making the tackle.
Brings up 4th and 6 against the Black Knight defense.
No loss, excuse me.
Number 12, Zoe Smith will punt the ball away for the Cherokee Braves. Back deep to return for the Black Knights, number 2, senior Brock Adams.
It was a sack, technically. I'll get it right eventually. Sorry about that. That was Hedden and Quinn Jumper stopping Smith a yard shy. 39-6 with 10 minutes to go. Cherokee punts again as their season is rapidly coming to a close. Flag somewhere on the field, according to John Schuler. Maybe not. Maybe not. Stand corrected. No flag. My apologies.
Swills, 4th and 4. On the Murphy 27.
And Robbinsville back in the driver's seat again.
Number 17, Cooper Adams on the penalty flag at the end of the play. Number 61, Kenson Davis on the tackle.
They told us to come tell you that it's Tillman Adams' birthday. Yeah, we got it. We just hadn't got a chance to announce it.
Dead ball foul, personal foul, face mask.
Face mask.
Cherokee Braves. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Penalty moves Black Knights out to their own 40.
And the Knights will take that gift.
1st and 10, Black Knights.
Freshman and quarterback, Luke Lovin.
Looks like Luke Lovin is in the game at quarterback for Robbinsville. Cooper Adams again runs hard into Emilio Garcia. Check out Zoe Smith.
Zoe Smith for the Cherokee Braves.
Robbinsville still well in control of things. Actually, a loss of one there. Nonetheless, the Knights are up 39-6 and getting the bus fueled up already. And Adams again stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Tackle on the play by number 72, Adam Panther.
Adam Panther on the tackle for the Braves. 8:28 left in this one, fans, and it's all but over, so we'll start making some reservations for next week, as Robbinsville will have to head on the road for the first time here in the postseason, and it's a tough matchup out at Eastern Randolph, the number 1 seed in the 1A Western bracket. We are working already to secure telecasting rights for that game. We'll keep you posted. And we'll just go ahead and give you another friendly reminder. Your spam folder or your messages on Gramstar Sports are your friend when we try to send the links out.
Number 56, Kenton Hill. Number 72, Adam Panther on the tackle for the Cherokee Braves. 4th down to the Black Knights.
And it's 4th down for Robbinsville.
Cage Williams will punt the
A
ball
couple
away.
of short attempts did not go anywhere. Cage Williams will punt the ball away. There's the kick. It's up, and it is beautiful. Nice punt by Williams. Safe catch made by Caden Trantham.
Fair catch for the Cherokee Braves. 24's on the field.
And the Braves will begin things at the 28-yard line.
Let's wish number 24, Tillman Adams, a special happy birthday wish. Tillman Adams on the sidelines for the White Knights. Happy birthday, Tillman Adams. Handoff goes to number 35, Xavier Otter, number 77.
Xavier Otter on the carry.
Freshman Owen Blevins on the tackle for the Black Knights.
Big, bad freshman Owen Blevins, a massive young man. Listed on your roster at 6'3", and a beefy 255 on the tackle. He'll be a stud on that line for Robbinsville for the next few years. Pick up a 4, and a 2nd and 6 for Cherokee.
Pitch goes to number 22.
And Santiago on the carry. Picks up
Number 77, freshman Owen
maybe
Blevins.
1 more yard.
And number 20, Blake Powers on the tackle for the Black Knights.
2-yard gain, 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 against the Black Knight defense. Number 35, Xavier Otter on the carry for the Cherokee Braves. Number 60, Carter McGuire. And number 24, Tillman Adams, freshman for the Black Knights, on the tackle. Birthday boy himself. Tyson Green, number 71, in there clogging up the lane.
And it's 1st and 10 for the Braves. Santiago getting a lot of reps here late. How about a 9-yard gain? Makes it 2nd and 1. 5:22 to go in this one. We'll pack the Delcium and Mucinex in and try to have a clearer throat for you fans next week when Robbinsville makes the super long trek to Eastern Randolph.
Quarterback number 12, Zoe Smith.
So Smith on a keeper, tackled by number 42,
Number 14, Tanner Hedden, and number 42,
Rylan Waldroop,
on
the tackle. But that's enough for a 1st down. All that was needed was a yard or 2, and they got it as the clock dips under the 5-minute mark. We are literally at midfield, the 50-yard line. Appreciate all of you great fans tuning in with us here on the Gramstar Sports Network. The Graham Star has been your hometown newspaper since 1955. providing unparalleled news coverage from and around Graham County, North Carolina since our inception. 10 yards on the run for Santiago. Trey Lambert helps out with the tackle, and that will bring up another 1st and 10. As Kellen Inslee, another freshman, jogs out onto the field to help out on the middle row. A lot of fresh names getting out.
Yes, they stopped them on 4th down.
So it sounds like Murphy has stopped East Wilkes on 4th down. A game we thought was over was not. And the Bulldogs struck once more. And it looks like they're going to pick up a 38-34 victory over East Wilkes.
And number 71, Tyson Green on the tackle.
Tyson Green helping out with the tackle, a fan favorite of the Robbinsville faithful. 2nd and 7. And there's So Smith. And it looks like it's going to be maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Kellen Inslee on the initial contact to slow him down.
Number 42, freshman
Rylan Waldrop and number 77, Owen Blevins, with the final takedown. They're actually going to give him a couple of yards. Take that as a charity. 3:17 to go here tonight. Handoff goes to Brandon Santiago. He weaves through, finds some open room, and gets a 1st down, and the Braves will move the chains again. Ball goes from the 36 all the way out to the 24, a 12-yard gain. 1st and 10, Cherokee Braves.
Hey, just so you know, football fans, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. There was no final in Murphy. Murphy actually comes back and wins 38-34. Murphy defeats East Wilkes 38-34.
We expected more boos from the crowd, but that did not play out. Santiago on the carry. Rylan Waldrop on the tackle.
Brandon Santiago on the carry.
Pickup of 2.
Rylan Waldrop, freshman for the Wildcats, on the tackle.
2:19 to go as the clock trickles down and the ending is inevitable. The 1 versus the 8 next week. Eastern Randolph hosting Robbinsville. We'll be with you, fans. We're going to do our absolute very best to stream the game, but if we can't, we'll at least have live updates on our social media. Andrews will be taking on Murphy in round 3 next week, so I'm sure a lot of the fans here local will head just a short trek down to Hugh Hamilton Stadium in Andrews for that one.
Number 42, freshman Rylan
And if we're able to stream, you're more than welcome to join us here on GramStarSports.com. Haven't heard anything in a while from Hayesville and Christ the King, nor the Swain County Thomasville matchup. Truly, to branch off of what Hayesville beat Christ the King, what was the final score? 14-13. And fans, you can't believe everything you read on Max Preps for sure, because somebody put Christ the King was up 90-0 over Hayesville, so that's inaccurate. Didn't see that earlier and couldn't help but chuckle a little bit. There's Xavier Otter on the carry, all the way up to the 1.
Xavier Otter on the carry for the Cherokee Braves.
As we're nearing the 1 minute mark in this one.
Number 80, freshman Matthew Phillips for the White Knights.
Matthew Phillips with the tackle. A lot of fresh names out there tonight. 57 seconds to go. And, of course, it is now 2nd and goal. And it's a handoff and a touchdown for Cherokee.
Number 35, Xavier Otter on the carry.
And it was Xavier Otter on the charity touchdown. Comes with 39 seconds to go. Makes it 39-12. Hayesville, last we see, led Christ the King 14-13. We believe that's the final, but we don't want to confirm that. Thomasville, the last update we've seen, 21-0 over Swain County. That game still marked as the fourth quarter. Only more folks would use these internet devices for good purposes, the world would be a better place.
And the 2-point conversion for the Cherokee
Santiago's conversion run is stopped short, and that'll be it for the Braves tonight. 39-12. The score will hold. We'll pause for just a moment, though, as the final 39 seconds play out here in Graham County.
Davis will kick the ball off for the Cherokee Braves.
And Kenson Davis is going to take care of business here on Cherokee's final kickoff, and he sent it into the stratosphere. And it's finally picked up on the ground by Super Cooper Adams.
Number 17, Cooper Adams on the kickoff return.
And I'm sure the Knights are just more than willing to lean their way to a victory here on some knees. So we're going to go ahead and put the final touches on this one. Fans, Robbinsville has manhandled the visitors from Cherokee tonight. A spirited effort, and we're very proud of the Braves for making it to the second round of the playoffs. They will end their season 3-9. Robbinsville will improve to 9-3. And as we mentioned, we will travel to Eastern Randolph next week for the third round of the 1A state playoffs.
That's okay. West, one in the state.
And it looks like a knee
Number 1 everywhere.
will do it in. That should be all as the clock dips under the 19-second mark. Fans, for Montana Buchanan, I'm Kevin Hensley. We really appreciate you tuning in for second round playoff action, and we sincerely hope to be bringing you round 3 next week from Eastern Randolph. Once again, we'll thank our season-long sponsors, Blevins Insurance, as well as our friends with Levin Contracting and Coy Adams Timber Company. One final shout-out for all of our friends helping making these telecasts possible all season long here on GramStarSports.com. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Of course, tomorrow being Friday, you got a 3-day weekend if you're in that favor. Have a good evening, everybody, from Graham County.